What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kieran, and I'm going to be doing a tarot reading today for the Divine Feminines, which is, of course, an empowerment message for you guys so that you understand where you're at and where you're headed, and to give you guys some guidance and stuff like that. So that's energy for you guys for the coming weeks, and your headspace, your heart space, some guidance, and then an outcome between you and your masculine, really. For however long, really, right? For the near future. So, quick announcement: I am not going to be here ever again because I'm moving. But I'm first going on a little journey. So I will not be here, guys and gals, mostly gals, for the next a couple weeks, two or 3 weeks, 2.5, 15, 16, 17, 18 days. I don't know. I really don't know. So, but around that kind of time length, so I will not be able to do readings during that time. Even if I did want to do readings during my vacation, there's no Wi-Fi, so I couldn't and I can't. So, unfortunately, I won't be able to, but, well, I guess there is no but. I just won't be able to. So, if you guys want to book a reading with me, you basically have until tomorrow, and I can do a reading. So on the bright side of that is that I would get it done today or tomorrow, so the wait wouldn't be too long. But other than that, if you guys do choose to purchase a reading during these 2 weeks, the next 2 weeks, I won't be able to do it for those 2 weeks. Doesn't mean I won't do it eventually, but for that vacation. So just a heads up for you guys, just so you guys know. Okay, cool. All right, so that's awesome. That's all some good stuff. Let me get into it. I figured that if I was going to do any reading before I leave on vacation, it would be help guidance for the Divine Feminines, which I know isn't as popular as what's going on with your Divine Masculine. But if we can all just say fuck them for just a little bit, just for one session, we're going to take a look at you guys, all right? So let me see what is going on with you guys, the feminines, for basically for the amount of time I'm going to be gone, right? So today's January 5th, I'm pretty sure. So let's see, right? So what is going on with the energy for you guys during this this near future, okay? So we have the Page of Wands in the first position. Page of Wands, always about good news, communication, sort of an opening up of an energy. Definitely some type of some passionate new beginnings, some projects going on with you guys. Very, very creative endeavors, right? It's a good card for travel as well. I know some of you guys are actually traveling, myself included. So it's kind of a card to suggest that your plans are going forward. It's a good news type of card, right? We have the Tower card. So as an energy, definitely picking up on some types of breakdowns in your guys' life. Some things that you guys may be witnessing, seeing in your own life as sort of the old falls away and prepares you guys for the new, if that makes sense. Because we do have the Temperance card after, which is definitely telling me, the Temperance card, as you can see, is definitely about balancing the emotions, right? This crow trying to give itself an emotional, spiritual nourishment. A lot of you guys this month are going to be finding that kind of balance in your life, that emotional balance. It's literally why I'm not only moving from this location, but also going on this type of spiritual journey, this retreat, so that I can actually give myself that balance. Because in any relationship, and in any, just in life in general, it's very, very hard to form connections or meaningful connections, or actually have relationships of any kind, of any depth, if there's some sort of imbalance in your life, right? So the Tower card before that is definitely telling me about the things breaking down, but what breaks down inevitably lets in some type of water, some type of emotion, some type of love, right? So there's balance coming into your life to make up for the things that have been imbalanced, because Tower card is, of course, a destruction of something within your life, right? Destruction of the old, letting go of the old ways. And the fact that you have the Page of Wands is kind of telling me like there's this new beginning, this new journey, which actually does break down a lot of the stuff that you've been holding on to as you go forward this month, right? This sort of energy of a little bit of chaos, of kind of not knowing what's next, but then the Temperance card coming in to kind of give you guys that that balance spiritually, that new awakening, that new knowledge, that new love to come in, right? And yeah, we have the World card after, which is all about completing cycles, okay? It's about all that stuff that you guys have been working for this entire journey. It's really coming to a full cycle, full circle, right? Especially during this month, because we're in this powerful new year. So regardless of if you guys have resisted the change or not, it's coming in, especially with the Tower cards. So there's deep, deep healing coming in this month, and it's going to really go straight to your core. And that's why you have the Tower card, because there might be moments during this month where you have just this really, really just upsetting sort of, something that hurts, right? Or it has hurt. I don't mean that you're going to experience something so terrible, but all those deep wounds that you guys have been kind of living with, that's going to be healed. And that's why you have the Tower next to Page of Wands. It's almost like you get good news that might break down a lot of the old cycles as well, right? There's some additional meanings of that card, but as an energy, it's definitely telling me about moving past, you guys moving forward throughout this sort of chaos, throughout this limbo stage, and really getting towards an end goal. And we have the Knight of Cups, so definitely this would be that proposal, that love offer, right? Energetically, though, speaking for you guys in the month of January as we go forward, there is this element of emotional offerings. Okay, now if it isn't somebody offering you guys those emotions, because we are talking about a energy, right? It's going to be sort of an emotional time, meaning because it's after this Temperance card, you guys are going to be at a place where you can accept love and where you can give it freely. Now, I know a lot of you guys with your Divine Masculines in this type of relationship, you guys want them to commit to you and want them to do this, and that, whatever, of course, right? These expectations. But when you haven't forgiven somebody, and allowed the unconditional love to truly permeate throughout this connection, it's going to be very hard to actually have that relationship. Okay, this relationship is incredibly difficult for a reason. And so there is this element of loving yourself and having the right emotional space to hold on, to basically bring in the new, right? But it's an offer. It's something. So energetically, it's really about being in this emotional state, this the place that you would need to be in order to accept love into your life, right? So I get this idea of just really getting closer to yourself, discovering new aspects of yourself this month, because we have the Death card after, okay? And that's like that ending to old cycles, that transformation, that sort of renewal, right? The part of you that is the part of you that it doesn't belong anymore is dying away. And after that, finally, we have the Three of Pentacles for your energy, which is about recognition and awards. Okay? So, okay, holy shit, I just sneezed. You ever sneeze on your arm? Because that shit is gross, and I just did. Anyway, now you know. Okay, so Three of Pentacles. Awards, recognition. It's about that transformation that happens that allows you guys to really get into that energy of hard work, appreciation, and sort of being recognized and noticed for who you are, right? And it's almost like the things that are dying away this month, that are leaving your guys' space, that are leaving your guys' energy, it's allowing that, as that stuff goes away, new things come in that you guys can be rewarded and appreciated for. And so oftentimes in this journey, and in life, of course, you will get relationships taken away from you, regardless of whether or not they're destined to be with you at some point. The idea, of course, is that you take what is no longer a vibrational match for you, and that is oftentimes going to be your Divine Masculine. And in fact, if you guys are in separation, you guys are not a vibrational match for each other. Okay, they're not on your level, and you still have things to work through, of course, just as you will your entire life. It's about getting to that point where you love yourself so much that you don't depend on anybody else to love you. You don't care. You don't need it. And that's what's happening, especially with this Death card and this Knight of Cups, right? You guys getting into this energy where you don't need anybody else, getting rid of the old, and that's going to allow some new stuff to come in, and you guys finally being rewarded and kind of being successful in your own right with your own projects and everything. Basically, the things you've put in the work for are going to start making you guys, noticed more. You guys are going to be getting more attention. That's going to have some more jealousy and negativity along with it as well. But you guys are going to be feeling good and getting everything that you need, right? So this month, it's literally like getting rid of everything that has been holding you back, even if that is your twin flame. And I know that might not be exactly what you want to hear, but if there's a sort of ending in one relationship or one aspect of your life, then a new aspect can begin. And oftentimes you're going to have to end the relationship with your twin in some internal capacity in order for that to come back around in the future, because you need to start thinking about terms of energy, so that if you guys, or if you're not a vibrational match for something or somebody, it's time to move on. Doesn't mean that that thing can't then raise its own energy, its own vibration to match you again at a later point, right? So keep that in mind, guys. But there is a lot of changes for you guys coming this month, but you guys are getting deep healing, completing cycles, and getting something. There is something coming into your life, probably the thing that you need the most. And for a lot of you guys, it's more or less to do with clarity, because as nice as it would be, for instance, for me to get X amount of money because I could use it, that actually isn't truthfully what I need, because if I had all of the confidence back in my life, I would be able to manifest everything that I need to, because I can do it. There's nothing stopping me, and there's nothing stopping any of you other than your own emotional instability, any pain you guys are harboring, holding on to, and that's why all that stuff is getting out of your system. So you guys are getting something, in some type of enlightenment this month, some type of good news, something to lift your spirits and get rid of the old, let it die away, because something is blooming in your future, and that is so positive that it will outweigh what has happened in the past, okay? In whatever form that takes. And obviously this is a general reading, so it doesn't necessarily mean that it applies to every single person that's watching, but okay, something good coming in. So let me take a look now at your headspace and your heart space. This is going to let us know what you are thinking and feeling about your twin, and of course any other messages I can pick up on about your life in general. Okay, so let's start with your headspace. See what's going on with the Divine Feminine headspace. Okay, yeah, we have the Queen of Wands, so that is actually pretty good news. You guys are career focused right now, entrepreneurial focused, trying to create your projects, trying to be that badass Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is somebody who just pursues her dreams. Of course, it doesn't have to be female, but that energy of being filled with passion and wanting to create some sort of enterprise for yourself, wanting to make the dreams that you've been aspiring to actually come into your reality. And of course, that's why you had that Three of Pentacles in your energy at the end there. So you guys do have an element of creative projects and passion and focus, right? Trying to create your dreams, making them come true. So a lot of you guys are not as focused on the relationship as you might have been in the past, and yeah, that makes sense because we have the Eight of Cups. That's of course about walking away from things that no longer serve you. All those empty cups. Finally, this crow kind of being like, all right, shit, I gotta leave. And that's so true for my own energy, and probably a lot of you guys as well, because I know some of you guys are taking trips as well and trying to go find different aspects of yourself, find clarity. But I mean, literally all the things over the past couple months that I thought would kind of serve me, whether they were different people, women, outdated friendships, marijuana, food, addictions, whatever, all the things in my life, basically business partnerships, fell apart in order to, because I'm not supposed to be here. It's moving on. It's moving away from the negative. It's moving away from what no longer serves you. And that's what a lot of you guys are doing in some way or another, right? And that's good. It's actually good, because that just means that what's coming is going to be better than what's left behind. And that's really what you guys want, right? And again, it doesn't mean that your relationship is over forever. It just means that it's over for now, if that so resonates with you. If you do find yourself in a position where you're being called upon by your own higher self, by the universe, to essentially move forward on your own. And that's why we have the Strength card, because it's saying you guys will find the strength to do this. You guys are finding inspiration. You will have the courage to face your fears, to face that journey, right? It's really about taking this new journey in your life, in whatever way that may be, in order for you guys to find the strength necessary to complete these projects, this Queen of Wands energy, because you guys do have dreams that you want to accomplish, it requires sometimes taking leaps of faith and going out into the unknown, and that is why the universe will take things away from you, not to punish you, but so that you can get what you want. Because many of you guys, yes, do want your twin flame, right? Of course, obviously, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's a desire that you're allowed to have. That's completely natural, not only as a divine counterpart, but also as a human. But you also have other dreams, other aspects of your life that you would like to accomplish other than a romantic relationship. And so, in order to get those things, in order to be a better match for those things, sometimes you do have to leave and go on and have the strength to continue. But there is some courage coming in, some strength, some independence, some self-sufficiency, and that's why we have the Ace of Wands. So in your headspace, there is a new beginning that you guys are wanting, journeys, traveling, okay? This is about that passion and about starting something new, having that opportunity to continue and to move forward in your life. Basically, this new beginning that you guys are thinking about, right? And so in regards to your twin flame, of course, this is definitely picking up on that energy of moving away from that relationship that no longer serves you at this time, in this moment in your journey, and trying to manifest a new beginning, of course. Traveling somewhere, journeys. Ace of Wands is a great card to have when you're taking some sort of journey, especially when it comes to self-discovery of some kind, creative projects, right? Because you start with the Queen of Wands and you end with the Ace of Wands, right? So there is this element of trying to continue on your own journey without your twin flame at this point, and trying to do the best that you can, while also, wanting that new beginning as well, but trying to create one for yourself rather than being self-reliant on someone else. Okay, so let me take a look at your heart space. We'll see what you guys are feeling right now towards, of course, this particular journey, right? This twin flame journey. So what's going on with the feminine's heart space? Yeah, we have the Four of Wands. That's that twin flame energy. Always, 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 they're always with you, regardless of the separation. That love is still there. Even if it isn't twin flame, you guys have union on your mind. There might be somebody else in your life, or you're just wanting to manifest somebody. But the truth of the matter is, yeah, Queen of Cups, that's you guys, the emotionally fulfilled woman, right? That feminine energy. So, you guys definitely feeling emotional, feeling a lot of your feeling emotions still, right? So in your headspace, you're walking away, you've got those dead feelings and stuff like that, doing the best that you can. And your heart space, though, you guys obviously want to manifest that love, that loving relationship, right? You guys do feel emotions. There is still strong emotions inside of your heart. Never punish yourself for being, empathic or feeling things. We do have the Eight of Wands. That's all about communication. Really good news for traveling. Again, you had the Ace of Wands up there. More Wands cards coming in. So that's that communication. Of course, you guys might be desiring communication from your twin flame at this point. Wondering if it'll ever come in, right? And finally, we actually have the Justice card, which is, of course, more about balance, like that temperance in your energy. And this is about the justice coming towards you, the things that you have been trying to work for, finally coming in and actually bringing you guys justice in the situations that you guys may feel like you've been wronged, right? And again, matching up with the Temperance in the World card to really give this sort of, really hit this idea home of getting some type of justice from the universe, okay? That is coming in this month. And in your heart space, you guys do feel emotions. You guys, of course, still want things to happen. And you guys have union on your mind. Definitely some mirroring energy. But in wanting communication, of course, as well. But you can see that in your mental space, right? You guys heading basically moving forward despite the fact that you have strong feelings, and that's why you have the Strength card, because that's what you have to do in life. And as hard as it may be to hear, sometimes you just have to get over it. You literally have to keep moving. You have to make yourself a soldier. You cannot stay in a place of victimhood or pain and suffering. You have to move forward. You have to accept that you have feelings, and that's kind of what unconditional love means. It's about loving somebody that may not love you back and loving them anyway. And that's what it really means to do. And if the quicker that you can accept that and move on with your life, the better. because sometimes loving somebody doesn't mean you're supposed to be with them, right? And again, I just mean that at this time because there's in this journey there's going to be times where you guys are not a vibrational match for each other, and that there are just other people out there that would be better for you at this time, or regardless of romantic relationships, there are experiences the universe wants you to have so that you can get what you want, right? And so never lose sight of your deepest desires. That's what the heart space is telling me. But the head space is saying to continue following your dreams and definitely trusting your intuition with that Queen of Wands, because she's very intuitive, and having the strength to start your own new beginning and not being reliant on anybody else. That is the path that you need to take, because that is going to help you get all of the things you need. You have to stay authentic to yourself, and it is not authentic in any way to stay in situations in your life, regardless of romantic or otherwise, that do not serve you. That is inauthentic, and the name of the game is authenticity, and that is, of course, how you would get true love into your life anyway. And if the true love that you want is your twin, well, that's how you do it. And that's why people always say, focus on yourself, because you guys share the same soul, right? So the more you focus on yourself, the more you are in turn allowing them to focus on themselves, which of course brings you guys back together. Okay? So those are just some quick messages coming in through your head and your heart space, and of course your guys' energy, which is all good news. It's actually really great news, and especially for your heart space, it does seem like there's probably communication coming in for a lot of you guys, just because the Eight of Wands is a communication card. So I definitely feel like there is probably some kind of communication, especially since the Knight of Cups was up there. And I know that they're not like what's coming in kind of outcome cards, but still. It does give me, I do pick up that kind of information, especially with the Page of Wands as well. That's good news and communication. All those cards coming in, okay? So let me now look at some guidance for you guys. What it is that you guys should be focusing on right now, what it is Spirit wants you guys to know. I'm going to pull probably 2 of these cards and then 2 oracle cards, right? So what guidance do you have for the collective, the feminine collective? Yeah, we have another Ace of Wands. This would be the same card as the Ace of Wands. It's passion ignited, and I know this woman looks like she's having an orgasm, but this is talking about feeling passionate renewal in your life, feeling that energy come back into your life. So as guidance, this is saying pursue your dreams, because that was coming in, of course, with everything I literally just read. Okay, so pursue your dreams, guys. Don't give up. Allow the energy to come in. Start something new. Keep your new beginnings. Keep everything, do what it is that you need to do in order to achieve your dreams, because that is going to be the inspiration that you need to continue on this journey, because this journey also is one of self-discovery and your own spiritual awakening, and it actually has more to do with you than a couple, okay? And again, that's kind of this reality of the twin flame relationship that people often think it's about romantic partnership. It isn't about romantic partnership. It's about self-discovery, self-understanding, because that is the truth. That's the awakening process. Okay. Now, after as guidance, we have the solar plexus chakra. Okay. I'm not a chakra guy, so I'm gonna read all that stuff what actually that means. I believe the solar plexus has to do with the ability to like do things, like believing in yourself. Yeah. So the key word of the solar plexus chakra is I can, right? So it's about believing in yourself. So I'm just going to read this little book because it's clearly guidance for you guys, so I just want you guys to understand it. So the solar plexus chakra is located between the navel area just below the rib cage. It represents power, vitality, willpower, self-esteem, and confidence. The energy center where your emotions and feelings are recorded, this chakra is associated with clairsentience, inner feeling, which is the major psychic reception area. To balance the chakra, you may want to try yoga, dance, and movement, or breath work with color. In addition, be aware of people who drain your energy. Workshops and classes that focus on empowerment will help you open and harmonize this area, which is kind of interesting because that's kind of what this reading is. It's empowerment. So it's definitely saying as a guidance to sort of focus on your solar plexus chakra, and because that has to do with inner feelings and clairsentience, it's about reconnecting to yourself. And these two cards really do kind of go hand in hand, because the passion ignited is about that same kind of inner feeling, that same kind of desire, and what you would actually need in order to dance, in order to move, express yourself in some way. So that's coming in strongly. So if you guys do focus and see things, again, as energy, as I was mentioned earlier, and start focusing on your chakras, you will notice an improvement in your life if you start to see things on that way. Um, because, and this is coming from somebody who often resists things, it's if you do start treating yourself like a spiritual being rather than a human, your life will go much farther ahead. Something that I've been kind of neglecting recently, if I'm honest, but not because, not even really because I'm lazy or because I don't take my own advice, but because I'm just spiritually drained and stuck, or not, I won't be for long, but have been in a place and sort of, that just has been really, really draining me. And so I'm basically, getting that recharge, getting that new beginning. And that will allow me to start doing things that I used to do. Because when I was doing yoga every day, guys, at the beginning of the day when I got up, I honestly felt energized and happy the entire time. And so treating myself like a spiritual being, focusing on the chakra, that stuff actually does help. Okay, so let me get two more cards. These are going to be oracle cards, okay? Read them, okay? And I'll see what they say. So, what other messages do you have for the feminine collective? Guidance. Okay, so the first card that we have is Fog and Mist. Be cautious. Okay, which makes sense during this kind of emotional time. Okay, and we have Dandelion. Persist in pursuits. Okay, so let me read those two quick. But I can definitely already kind of get a vibe of the energy that's going on there. Definitely about trying to, navigating your way through this sort of journey, through this time, so that you guys can get the answer. And of course, keep persisting, right? Because that's why we had that strength card. But let me find out where this is. I don't even know where to look, to be honest. Where is it? Okay, so for Fog and Mist, the message is for you guys, move slowly and stay grounded. Things are shifting and moving around you behind the scenes. They are not necessarily good nor bad, just shifting and unclear. Study people and things around you more carefully and delay major decisions at this time. Okay? So, this probably has to do with, again, moving forward and anything in your life that you're unsure of about, wait until you're sure. And that's, again, wait until you have that clarity that's coming in this month before you do make that decision, before you end things prematurely that might serve you later on, okay? Dandelion, which I'm going to read for you now, is, again, persisting in your pursuits, okay? So this tenacious plant reminds us to persist. Don't give up just because others do not understand or feel something may not be beneficial or because they are unable to see beyond the surface. If you persist, you will succeed. Do not stop trying and do not let others dissuade you right now. Wishes come true through believing and persisting. And that's absolutely true. And whether or not, this has to do with your twin flame relationship, creative projects, ideas, goals, don't let other people tell you that you can't have something, though definitely temper your own expectations, of course, because, like me, for instance, even saying to you guys, like, hey, focus on yourself. I'm very careful to not say give up on your twin flame relationship because I would never presume to tell anybody what to do with this type of relationship. I only try to sort of help you guys understand the relationship so that you guys can move forward in a more empowered way in times of separation and pain, right? And because this is the same message as I'd be giving anybody, regardless of what kind of relationship they were in or position in life, right? But keep going. Always use your intuition, guys, and keep believing in yourself, and to keep understanding what it is that you need to do. Because I've been feeling drained, I've been kind of like giving up on a lot of things in my life. Not really giving up because they're still there, but I have not been as active with them because of how drained I've been. And what's funny enough is I remember telling people that, doing this, going on this journey, moving away from this house, a lot of people, especially within my own family, has told me that it was stupid and wrong, and yet something that I'm actually excited to do. So I just ignore those kinds of people. And the same thing can be said with you guys, and especially if it comes to relationships in any kind, don't let other people dissuade you from what it is that you want, okay? And persist in the things that you believe in, okay? And really finding out what it is that you believe in. And again, if you're in separation, you cannot make them come back. You can't control that kind of process. But it isn't saying to give up on love in any sense. It's about moving on and trusting your intuition that it will lead you to the place and the person that you need at the right moment in time. Okay, so those are just some basic guidance messages for you guys. I do hope that they made sense. Put those up there, and then I just want to do a basic outcome for you guys using these cards, and I'll get 4 cards for you guys. And this is just going to be an outcome between the Divine Feminine Collective and the Divine Masculine Collective for this month of January. And again, it's general, so if it doesn't resonate, then my bizzle. Alright, let's see what's going on for you guys outcome-wise. Okay, so we have the Heartache and Loss card. Okay, probably talking about the past, because heartache, that's kind of like the Three of Swords, which is usually about things that have occurred in the past. Emotional withdrawal, right? That's that Eight of Cups that we already had. So this is about removing yourself from the pain. Okay, and then look at that. We have new beginnings. That's the Fool card. Moving forward. Moving forward anyway, just like I was saying, right? And then we have Triumph. Great cards to get just for a basic outcome. Okay, let me run through them really quickly for you, okay? Oh, and that's kind of funny. The bottom of the deck, I didn't pull it, but the bottom of the deck was Destiny, okay? Which is the Wheel of Fortune. It's about getting what you have been waiting for, finally coming in with divine timing, okay? But let's just read these cards, okay? So the Heartache and the Loss, this is about the past and about the pain that you guys have had to deal with, and that is why you had that Eight of Cups in your headspace, because you guys are moving away, taking a break, going to find some solitude in whatever way you can. Again, I'm taking this sort of retreat, moving on, trying to basically going to a place in which I will be able to understand what my next step is, where I want to go, what country I want to live in, where I want to live, right? It's about removing yourself from the pain and the heartbreak. So most emotional withdrawal might sound negative, but it's actually really positive, because it's about moving away from what does not serve, right? It's about dealing with those emotions and really finding a way to make sense of them. And then that we have new beginnings is saying that, again, that clarity coming in that allows you guys to move forward, that Ace of Wands energy that we were talking about, all of it about taking on this journey, right? And you have that divine feminine kind of energy, right? And that's exactly what I was just saying, right? New beginnings, looking at the world, saying, where can I go? I can go anywhere. I am the manifester. I am a soul. There is clearly something that I'm being guided towards, so let me see where my own 2 feet take me. Okay? It's that new beginning that you guys are starting. And in whatever way, whatever new beginning you guys are starting, even if it is by yourself, and it is, of course, often going to be by yourself, it does lead to triumph, and it does lead to... And I think this would be the Justice card, which we already had, of course. So it leads to triumph, it leads to some sort of success. So whether or not it's another partner, another job, that relationship coming back in, getting what it is you want, that clarity, something, you guys are going to achieve something important this month, and whatever that is, it's going to allow you to achieve more important things as the year goes on, because even if it's something as simple as knowing the next right step, that's so incredibly profound, because that will allow you to just fucking manifest everything that you guys need to. And I'm super excited for you guys. I'm honestly super excited for myself. I've got some high vibrational energy going on right now. I'm really, really excited. I hope that I get what I need, and I really, truly, more than anything, hope that you guys get what you need. Because as an empath, when I connect with you guys, I can definitely feel a lot of your pain, and I'm super sorry that how difficult it is. And I just want you guys to know that I understand, and that I am doing my best in my own way so that I can help you guys. And I hope that as I take this spiritual journey, my perception opens up, I get humbled a little bit maybe, and hopefully understand some things so that I can actually come back and actually help you guys in a better way, because that would actually be good for you guys and myself as well. So this is even an investment for the collective as well that I'm taking on here. And so I hope you guys, I do really wish you guys the best during my 2-week hiatus. I'm sorry I won't be able to do readings during that time, but again, I'm available the rest of the day and tomorrow if you guys do really need a reading before I leave, okay? Otherwise, I won't be able to get back to it. So if you pay me during that time, unfortunately, you'd have to wait until I'm done being there, because I don't have there's not going to be Wi-Fi where I'm going. Okay, so all that being said, guys, I also want to say thank you so much, because I have over 500 subscribers, which isn't maybe a big deal, but it is interesting for me and really cool, and I really, really thank you guys, and that really means a lot. And expect surprises and free readings and stuff as I go along. That's always something that I'm going to do. At least I'll try once a month to offer free readings just to show my thanks to people. Okay. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching. I hope it made sense. Leave a comment or whatever if it didn't or did. And again, I really appreciate you guys. And I will talk to you, I guess, in a couple weeks. All right, guys. Bye bye. Thanks.